everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shit Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the Truly Grateful collection by Paige Evans. It is an older collection, but I went to a local scrapbook store not too long ago, I guess, and grabbed quite a few of the collection pieces. One of the pieces of paper is a whole bunch of trees. You can kind of see it on the left-hand side there. I fussy cut all those trees before I started the video. So what I decided I was going to do with the trees is kind of make a wreath. So I used I think it's thickers. It's kind of like for your titles to make them in a circle, but I honestly have been using the circle for like a stencil and just kind of I don't know, I put it down so I knew kind of where I wanted to put the trees. So then I could also use some mixed media here. So I did the packaging technique with my Distress Oxides there. So just squirt a little bit of water over top of the Distress Oxides on a piece of plastic and go for it. So that I set aside because that is going to be page 1 with the trees. And so I decided to let that dry and go over to page 2 here. I have this really cute cut file of a leaf. I believe that is Paige Evans as well. And usually I kind of try to make page 2 a little less busy if page 1 is going to be busy. But I did want to use this tree here. And so I am going to back it with a couple of the papers in the collection. I only show you how the backing for this one. I don't make you watch the whole thing because that took me quite a while to back it all. So I just traced it with pencil, cut it out, and then glued it with my tacky glue onto the back of the correct slot. So I did that throughout with different papers, and there is the final product. The bottom was not, I didn't back it because I was just going to cover it up with the pictures. And honestly, the way I had it placed the first time, it was like different than the way I had it placed, the final product. I still think it looks fine, but it almost was a little bit frustrating, if I'm going to be quite honest. I kept backing and kept backing and kept backing and thought I was done. And then all of a sudden, I tried to place it where I thought I wanted it and I needed to back even more. And so I don't know. I probably should have just done the whole thing, but it was taking forever. So I decided to add that strip of the leaf paper across just to kind of break up the blue background a little bit, and then I am going to back the photos with white to help them pop a little bit. I believe I do double back them because that is what I have been doing a lot of lately. And this is one of the layouts that I did at Scrapbook weekend, so I am doing the voiceover a little bit a few weeks after, so bear with me. So I'm going to double back it with this really pretty striped paper. I really do love this collection, and a lot of times I buy these and don't really have an idea of what I want to use them for. This is kind of, a fallish collection, and I tend to just do kind of fall colors when I scrapbook my fall pictures. So this was a little bit different, but I thought the papers fit the pictures perfectly. Especially on page 1, you'll see that picture, but my son has a red coat on. There's teal, there's blue, there's just all these bright colors of our coats, and I just thought the papers fit it perfectly, and so I knew I had to use it for these specific pictures instead of, the usual kind of red, green, orange, yellow. It was kind of fun to switch it up a little bit here. So when I was backing, I miscut a piece, and so I had to I put that bird there to cover up the empty space, and I just kind of made it into just a small cluster towards the end. So I do have actually quite a bit of this collection. I have the ephemera, the puffy stickers, the phrase stickers, just so much. So I did end up, making that just a small little cluster, just a bird, a heart, and a puffy dot. And then, I had to figure out how to embellish the rest of it. This page here was, I don't know, a little difficult for me to embellish. I just almost didn't know where to put things and whatnot. So I do, try here to add things to this little saying and don't end up liking that. I did put that blue flower down there, but I did decide, I'm just going to set it aside, work on page 1, and then come back. So another thing that I am doing a lot lately is the bordering my layout. So I cut probably 1/2 inch off of each side, and I'm going to end up bordering it after I kind of make my wreath. So there's all my fussy cut trees. I am just going to kind of place them around that circle that I had already traced and kind of just try to layer them a little bit. We were away, for a scrapbook weekend. So, people were coming by. My aunt actually suggested distressing all of the trees, and that just seemed a little tedious to me. So what I do end up doing, I did take her suggestion into consideration, and I do end up popping some of these trees up on some foam stickers to give the layout some dimension. There's my aunt. I told her that she made it into the video, so she's probably going to wave as well. But I am going to pop up some of the trees on foam, and then those are the ones that I do distress. So I do add a little bit of distressing in there, and you can tell at the end, in some of the close-up pictures, you can see there's one, I think, close-up picture of a pink tree, and you can tell that the edges of that are distressed a little bit. So that I kind of had the base of my wreath figured out, and at scrapbook weekend the wreaths were kind of my thing. I think I did 2 or 3. So there's this one, and then I actually came home and did another one, so bear with me. You'll see quite a few different wreaths. A couple of them at scrapbook weekend I didn't do videos, so those ones will be in some layout shares at some point, but I am trying to kind of break those apart a little bit. So you can see that I am distressing a few of them. That green one on the bottom is popped up on the foam, and so I distressed that one, and then same with this here. And again, I just tried to layer them and follow the circle around. And here's that picture I was telling you about that I thought just matched the colors of the collection perfectly. My sister's coat is that bright pink. I have green. There's blue. The building we're in front of is kind of like, the reddish orange. And so I just love the way that the pictures match the paper so well. I usually don't do that. I'm more so themed, it's fall. I'm going to go with the fall. But this one here is a fall collection as well. It's just brighter colors, and I am just so happy that I had this, and it matches so well. So I finished that. This is the paper I am actually going to back the layout on. I thought it was kind of cool that it was blocks, and I don't know, it just brings in all those different colors. So then it was, time to embellish this layout, and I did kind of find this one a little bit tricky as well. I kind of have, if you can see, the wreath is more leaning towards the right side. So that is one spot, the top left, that I, figured I probably should embellish. But I also wanted a title, and I thought the one that fit the space the best was Make Your Own Magic. It just kind of filled in the wreath, and I just thought it looked really nice there. I liked the color. And like I said, I have so much of this collection. So I have the flower ephemera, I have the regular ephemera. So, you know, it was just a matter of what do I think is going to look the best. There were these phrase stickers here. I don't think I end up using that. I could be wrong. Again, I did this a few weeks ago. And actually, I could look at the final product. That might help me out a little bit. But I do think I used that, yep, the pumpkin there that says grateful. I just thought that looked really nice. The colors as well. And it was a weekend spent with family, so definitely the word grateful fits that perfectly. So then I just wanted to kind of continue those trees up until that, so there wasn't a big open space. So I just added, I think, just one more, and popped that up on some foam tape as well. Here we go. I found the found the final product. So as I was saying before, that top left needed something, and luckily there was a couple of ephemera pieces that just fit perfectly. That little tag says blessed with that flower, and so I just added that purple flower kind of behind it just to make it into a bigger embellishment cluster. And I just added then some of the puffy stickers, kind of to fill in and make, I guess, kind of finish off the clusters a little bit. So I added 3 to the top and did that kind of star to the title. I do end up adding that bird into the trees. Since I added the bird onto the second page to kind of cover up the gap in the cut file, you know, I kind of wanted to incorporate a bird somewhere else as well. So my aunt stopped by, you know, to help me out with part of this layout, and now I think I'm talking to my sister who isn't actually a scrapbooker, but she definitely helped out with this layout. So she helped me kind of figure out what to put to fill in the space under that top photo, and then I wanted to add something to the top left of the page as well, so she helped me kind of figure that out. So I add these trees, and she just loved this little apple. I think we were at a cider mill, and so the apple was perfect, so we ended up putting it kind of over top of both pictures there, and then use that phrase that says the good stuff at the top there, and, you know, layered it with the flower, and then just added some puffy dots off the puffy sticker sheet. And I think I'm going to add a couple of other puffy stickers. There is a really cute squirrel there that I'm going to add, and then I think I add a little bird, another little bird right at the end to finish off the layout. So this was definitely a longer process for these two layouts, which in turn leads to a longer video. So I hope you guys enjoyed these layouts. It was definitely a fun one to do. Some mixed media, some fussy cutting, a wreath, and a cut file. Lots of things in these 2 pages here, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.